The following is a commercial program paid for by Wilson Real Estate Auctioneers, Inc. The opinions and views expressed belong to its sponsors and are not those of this station or their affiliates or employees.
Sold it, $600,000. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Joe Wilson with Wilson Auctioneers Incorporated. This is David Brewer, president of our company, and my son-in-law. David, let's talk a little bit about, who our typical seller is. And in a lot of instances, it's estate type situations where there's heirs involved. There's been a death in a family, and unfortunately, that's part of what happens. That's going to come up, and all of a sudden you've inherited a house or a farm and a bunch of personal property, whether it's farm equipment or antiques or guns or whatever it may be. We've got the way our system is built with this new bidding app. Right. New bidding platform works real well. Why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, that's why people call us in that situation. We're a one-stop shop. So we can sell your personal property, like you mentioned, equipment, furniture, any of those items. We sell cars, trucks, boats, everything. And then we can also sell the real estate. And the good thing for our sellers is they know that the real estate's going to be sold on this day. The personal property is going to be sold over a week or 2 weeks on our online bidding app. And so what we started during COVID was as soon as COVID hit, we had to shift from live auctions for personal property. We shifted over to all online auctions. Right. And so by doing that, we built an app. We've got over 10,000 buyers on that app now looking for all the different property we have. And so what we do is we go through, we catalog everything that you have, put it up on our app, and then there's either 2 weeks, 10 days, roughly a bidding time. And then all of your personal property sold. Normally the real estate is sold in that time as well, on site. And then as the sellers, all the buyers are going to come pick up their personal property, whatever they bought. It's going to be closed all within 30 days of that, and we handle it all. We do the setup, we do all that work. So it's one of those things where you talked about estates, also that we do a lot of retirement liquidation auctions, business liquidations that are very similar. Last year, we sold one that we sold not only the truck facility, 5 acres up in North Little Rock, great facility. We also sold the entire fleet of Kenworth trucks, semi-trailers, everything with that, and did all of that in one day. Sellers were very, very happy with that.
That's one thing that sellers are, especially heirs, when, a business liquidation is a little bit different, obviously, but, we talk to heirs and, estate attorneys all the time. All of a sudden they've got, like the deal we're working on now. Right. This heir has 35 or something different houses scattered around, a lot of rental property, that kind of thing, and it becomes overwhelming, frankly. Yep. If you've had a death in your family and you've dealt with this, you know exactly what we're talking about. What do I do now? How do I go about disposing of this? The great thing about what we do is we are a one-stop shop, like David's already mentioned. You have real estate, whether it's residential, commercial, whatever it is, we can sell that. We can do it in one transaction with the online bidding. I'll give you a real quick example what proved to me that this online bidding actually works. We did a live auction a couple of years ago now, a large collection of some real good stuff, and we were doing live online plus a live auction. Right. And when we got ready to start the live auction, I had 11 people sitting in front of me, and I was about to have a heart attack. Yeah. But David comes up right 2 minutes before the auction starts. He said, "Settle down. We got 419 registered online." Yeah. And wow, that proved to me that this works, but it made just so much more convenient for the potential buyers. And you, the seller, if you've got 400, 500 potential people interested in your item, it's going to bring more money.
It's amazing. I mean, we can quickly take that catalog, put it up, and we just had an auction start yesterday.
So again, it provides you, the seller, a platform. If you find yourself in a situation where you're representing an estate or a business liquidation where you're just ready to retire and get out, you need to think about a potential auction with Wilson Auctioneers Incorporated. We've been in the business over 60 years, so call Wilson Auctioneers Incorporated and we will be able to put sold on your property. And like I always say when I'm ending one of these commercials, and I sold it,